Also joining me today out of Phoenix, Paige Heavey of Paige Heavey Fine Properties Group at Coldwell Banker. Paige, thank you so much for coming on the American Dream today.
You bet.
So let's start with, you were going to talk about two important factors for buyers and sellers. I know you mentioned for buyers, it's location. For sellers, condition. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So the single most important thing that sellers should focus on is related to preparing their property to put it on the market. So first of all, really assess those mechanicals, the air conditioners, the other mechanical systems, roof and windows. Make sure that those are in top working order because that's super important. The second thing is related to smart home automation. It is really a cost-effective way to add some things like ring.com for security, as well as programmable thermostats so that you can program from anywhere in the world. So smart home automation is something that buyers are looking at positively. And the third thing, which is super important, is related to decluttering and staging to evoke that positive look and feel that you want that buyer to have.
Absolutely.
So
you had an example of that too. You had a residence you wanted to highlight for our viewers.
Oh, I do. It's in Scottsdale in the Shea Corridor, and normally as a part of my marketing, we offer a staging consultation, but this client has that down. Her background and talent is in visual display, and so no consultation is needed. One will see, and we've seen actually from our showing activity, even a couple of second looks so far, is that creating that emotional look and feel with the home that just looks welcoming to those new families is super important.
Absolutely, super important. I would agree with you there. So if you see a home that your client's trying to sell and you walk in that front door and you don't feel like it's really show ready, you be honest with them?
We do, actually, because at the end of the day, it's about helping them accomplish their objectives. And if it's busy and such, we actually I bring in a stager, and I've gone through a certification myself as well, but I do like to bring in another party so that they can hear it from another third party about the things that really need to happen today in the world of HGTV so that sellers can then have a chance to sell their home quicker.
And this translates into real money. I mean, once you stage a home correctly, the price, the value goes up quite a bit when they go to sell, yeah? I mean, thousands.
Oh, very much. Substantially. Yes, it does.
I want to go back to one point you made on condition. Small things like repairing and replacing mechanicals, things like that. People don't really think, oh, maybe they won't notice, right? We can hide it from them. But then you go through, I went through this myself, the home inspection process as a buyer, and you catch those things and you're able to say, you know what, I'm not going to offer you exactly what you want because there's all these flaws that I'm going to have to pay for.
So true. And here in Arizona, buyers have 10 days to cancel. So inspections can be a strong reason as to why buyers either cancel or, like you said, want to have money off the price of the house. And at that point, nobody's really happy. So it's so much better to address these things up front. And then, in fact, that actually may help our sellers get more money when the people offer on the house.
Final question for you. You have this graphic that you want to show us, a chart about listing success over the months. If you can kind of walk us through what this means in terms of the outlook for the coming seasons.
Oh, you bet. We are expecting a busy selling season. For us, starts in October and goes through the May timeframe. And this chart comes from the Cromford report, and they're one of our most reliable data sources that we have. And 8 years ago, 1 out of every 5 houses that was put on the market was actually selling. Well, now here in 2017, about 4 out of every houses are selling. So it's positive. Sellers are having success. It makes it worth all the time and energy that we're putting into that. And then also, as it relates to our upcoming selling season, you know, we've got consumer confidence at a 13-year high. We've got on the horizons potential tax savings for us. Demand is strong. It has been strong so far, and we're expecting it to be strong here in coming up for our selling season.
Great. I think that's a very optimistic place to end our conversation today, but we want to have you back. Paige Heavey, top woman in business, ranked that by the Phoenix Business Journal. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
And viewers, for more information, you can always reach us at www.americandreamnetwork.tv. We'll talk to you soon.
Hello, Kelly Zitlow here. So you have just heard some amazing information from our local real estate market experts, and I'm with Cornerstone Home Lending. I thought it might be helpful to give you a quick mortgage tip about credit scores. Everybody wants to better understand this whole credit scoring model. And I think that one of the things I hear most often is, well, Kelly, I've already just been monitoring my credit score, so when they come to us to apply for a home loan, the scoring model is different. And here's why. When a consumer is checking their credit online, that scoring algorithm looks a certain way. When you go to buy a car, the algorithm that drives the credit score is going to be different. And when you apply for a home loan, that credit score algorithm is different. So credit scores will not necessarily be the same depending on how you're retrieving the information. I hope that helps.
All right, that's all for today's show. Don't forget, you can follow us online, get some advice, ask some questions if you like from anything you saw today. AmericanDreamNetwork.tv. See you on social media and see you next week.